Hello and welcome to my packed board for my League of Legends sneak peek. Once again, I realized I probably should have made my Asian regions a little smaller. Obviously my lines are crooked. I did not measure. I was winging it as I went to try and get this video done. So I'm going to have to remember next Friday that this is a pain in the ass to get all on one board. So if you haven't watched one of the videos before, you put down the predictions down below. Who do you think's going to win? If you predict the right winner, that's a point. If you predict the 2-0 or 2-1 in these two regions, you get another point. If you get the 5 right in the LEC or LCS, you get 3 bonus points. So that's kind of how this goes. Rare Adam versus Weibo will start us off early in the morning. Weibo 19th in my power rankings, coming off a loss against RNG 2-1. Rare Adam lost to Ultra Prime 2-1 in their last match. Last time these two teams played was week 8, day 7. Rare Adam won 2-0. Cube was 12-1-7 in that series. Cube versus the Shy is what I want to watch. Evidently it was one of those series where the Shy inted. So we're going to see if he ints again, pretty much. FPX versus Top. Top, 10th place, 3-1. FPX 0-4. Really disappointing. One of the more disappointing teams of the summer split so far for me. They lost to Victory 5 2-0. Top beat BLG 2-1 in their last match. The last time these two teams played was week 6, day 1. Top coming out ahead 2-1. Knight 7-0-11 or 7-1-11 in those 3 games. I'm watching Knight versus Care. Obviously, Knight, one of the better players in the world outright, was against Gory in that matchup, who's no longer even in the LPL and is now in the PCS with PSG. So we're going to see how Care fares against Knight, if that changes things. Obviously, it was a 3-game series before. Maybe it'll be a 3-game series again. Victory 5 versus RNG. 2 teams in my top 5 outright. Victory 5 3-0 without Rookie, their mid laner, and Karsa for a game. Karsa I expect to play today. RNG 2-0. They got a late start. Victory 5 beat FPX, like we said, and RNG beat Weibo. Last time they played was week 5, day 3. Victory 5 coming out 2-0. Photic 18-4-12 in those games on the Zeri in both. Zeri is another big pick right now, as well as Lacena. So honestly, I would be curious about that, but also I want to see Karsa versus Wei. Whichever jungler can influence the opposition more has a better chance to win. LCK. Damwon versus T1, an elite matchup. T1's first test of summer. Both teams 7th, top 7 in my power rankings. T1 first. Damwon last lost to Gen G 2-1. T1 soundly beat Sandbox 2-0. The last time they played was week 6, day 1. T1 coming out 2-0. Owner was 10-4-14 in those 2 games. I want to see Nuguri versus Zayas. I don't think Zayas has played against Nuguri yet because last year Nuguri was in the LPL. So I don't think they've played at all. So it's going to be an interesting series for those 2. I want to see how it goes. Sandbox versus KT. Sandbox 1-2, like I said, lost to T1. Sandbox beat Bro 2-0 in their last matchup. I think KT is a lot better than their record indicates. They really gave T1 a run for their money in their series. The last time they played was week 8, day 4, sorry. KT won 2-0. Aiming was 18-3-11 in that series. Prince was not the AD carry for Sandbox in that one, and I can't wait to see how Prince may handle aiming. Prince looked good in their win, but the last 2 matchups against T1, and I forget who the other team was quite rough on him. So we'll see how he does against aiming and life. Now with the LEC, SK versus Misfits. So 2 bottom feeder teams. Misfits, this one I actually struggled with a lot because Misfits should be better than they are. SK struggling. SK are 1-3. Misfits 0-4. SK lost to Astralis and Rogue. Misfits lost to Rogue yesterday. Last time they played was week 8, day 3. SK winning. Jezu was 13-3-8 in that game. I'm interested to see how Gen X versus Irrelevant goes in top. Honestly, that's the only matchup. Like, I can't write Vethio down every day. And the fact is, Misfits are just literally, it's like the meme of the guy at the table and everything's burning around him. That's literally what Misfits is right now. And Vethio is the one at the table. Mad versus Excel. Mad is 8th, Excel 21st in my power rankings. Mad are 3-1, XL as well. Mad beat Fnatic and XL beat Vitality today. Last time they played was week 7, day 1. XL coming out on top. Patrick was 8-1-5. I'm interested to see how Niski and Nukeduck fare against each other. The two veterans in mid lane, how they affect other parts of the Rift. Niski pulled out the TF today and really influenced the map, where Nukeduck played very well on the Ahri in what was pretty much 2 games today. Rogue versus Astralis. Rogue 2-2. They've won 2 in a row since starting the split really bad, and honestly, they should have lost against Mad Lions when they played them, but they won, and that's all that matters. Astralis 3-1. They beat SK today. Rogue beat Misfits. Last time they played was week 5, day 1, where Astralis would upset Rogue at the time, because Rogue, I think, were undefeated going into that one. Dajor was 9-1-8 on the Vex. That was Dajor's best game, probably, of his career. I'm interested to see how Malring and Xerxes affect the Rift. Xerxes got ahead of SK early on in this one by being all over the place, and we want to see if Malring can offset that. BDS versus Fnatic. Fnatic just lost to Mad Lions. BDS upset G2. So BDS are 1-3. They finally finished a game. They have been ahead in all their games, no matter who they're against. And they finally finished one against G2. Last time they played was week 8, day 1. Fnatic winning, upset 7-0-4 in that one. I'm interested to see how Syncroft and Razork play. Syncroft, similarly to how I went over Astralis, Syncroft gets BDS ahead. He is the mastermind, and Nuclearant was riding with him this past game. Doesn't happen all the time, but Nuclearant has shown up a couple times this split as well. So I'm interested to see how Syncroft can possibly upset Fnatic after upsetting G2. Last game, G2 versus Vitality, both top 16 in my power rankings. G2, like I said, lost to BDS. Vitality lost to Excel. Last time they played was in the playoffs, where G2 3-0'd them in the loser bracket. Flacked was 17-1-19 in that series. I'm interested to see how the old teammates go against each other, Caps and Perks. Literally, Vitality, everything is going through Perks if they want to succeed. Perks did not do that well today. Therefore, they struggled. LCS, Dignitas versus C9. I honestly should have looked it up and I didn't. Whether C9's bot lane are supposed to play, I've seen some tweets that maybe they are getting close. So I'm interested to not only see if C9's bot lane comes back, but also how the rookies fare. Well, not even rookies, because Destiny is not a rookie, but how King and Destiny fare against Neo and Biofrost. Digger 0-3. As well as Cloud9. Cloud9 obviously 20th in my power rankings, though, because they haven't played their real lineup. Dig lost to... who is that? I don't even know who I wrote down. 100 Thieves. And C9 lost to TL. Last time they played was week 8, day 1, where C9 would win. Blabber was 3-1-3 in that one. It was a low kill game, and not many players from that team are still around. Actually, only... well, if Berserker doesn't play, it's only Blabber, because Fudge moved from mid to top. So his stats aren't, what he could put up tomorrow. I mean, he could put it up tomorrow, but it's less likely. 100 Thieves versus Golden Guardians. 100 Thieves 2-1, GG 1-2. 100 Thieves beat Dig, like I said, and Golden Guardians lost to CLG. The last time they played was week 6, day 1. 100 Thieves winning, FBI 9-3-8. Pride Stalker makes everything happen for GG. I don't know why I switched these two. So Pride Stalker makes everything happen for Golden Guardians, just like I said with Xerxes, Syncroft. More so Syncroft. Syncroft's on a bad team. Pride Stalker's on a bad team. That's kind of how it goes. Licorice has been okay at times this split. But outside of that, I mean, Golden Guardians leave a lot to be desired. Closer, obviously a very good jungler. Goes without saying. TSM versus TL. TL definitely playing lights out right now. Great League of Legends. They're 12th in my power rankings. TSM beat Immortals on Sunday, and TL beat C9. The last time they played was week 8, day 3, the final day of spring, where Bjerg would go 10-3-6 on a Corki. I'm interested to see how Spica and Santorin play. I keep saying junglers, but the fact of the matter is, when a team's towards the bottom, oftentimes we see the jungler as the one that's doing a lot of the work. Spica, executes. He gets ganks. He dives. He does things in the early game. Gets ahead. He's had a really good start to the split despite the record. Santorin, obviously one of the better and more underrated junglers in the region. EG versus Immortals. EG beat FlyQuest. Immortals lost to TSM. EG are 15th in my power rankings. The last time they played was week 5, day 1. Danny going 9-1-4. I'm interested to see how the supports do. Vulcan versus Ignar. Ignar, formerly of EG, now getting a look with Immortals against his former team. So let's see how that goes. And then finally, FlyQuest versus CLG. CLG are 3-0 going into tomorrow. It's pretty crazy, ain't it? FlyQuest 1-2. CLG beat Golden Guardians. FlyQuest lost to EG. The last time they played was week 6, day 1, where CLG would win, and Luger was 6-1-4. I'm interested to see how the mid lane matchup goes between Takui and Palafox. I believe Jose Dioto can probably run the show in the jungle, and Palafox has looked good on matchups where he can get around the rift. His Talia was very good last week. That stood out. I think it earned him an MVP for me. So that's it for the sneak peek. I really rushed through it. Predict down below who you think is going to win, and thank you for watching.